Hey everybody, it's Bill Slocum at NC State University. In this short little video, I'm going to talk about sharing your content with other individuals within your organization. A little bit of housekeeping. Neither the National Park Service nor NC State University endorses or recommends any commercial products, processes, or services. This material may not be used for advertising or product endorsement purposes. This material is intended for educational purposes only. Neither the U.S. government nor NC State University warrants or assumes any legal liability or responsibility for the accuracy, completeness, or usefulness of any information, apparatus, product, or process disclosed. So, you've developed some content within your ArcGIS Online account, and you've created some maps of your park with some informational pop-ups, and you're ready to share that with other people. So when you share your data and your maps with other people, you share them with groups. And remember, a map is made up of your feature services in our case. So to share your map, you also have to share your feature service. If you don't, the individual, when they open the map, they won't see any data. So I've gotten caught on that, and just a little friendly piece of advice. Remember to always share your services when you share your maps. So who can you share with? Well, the software is set up to share with three types of groups. Everyone means everyone out in the public can see that. Do not share your maps out into the public. There are some caveats to that, and there are some administrative reasons why you cannot do that. So please do not share your group with the everyone or public group. That means people outside the organization can see your data. You can share your data with the National Park Service group. So if you're on the East Coast and you share with National Park Service, that means people up in Alaska or in Southern California within the Park Service can see that map and those data sets. Or you can share it with just individual members of particular groups in which you belong. And I'll demonstrate these here very shortly. So remember that there are two ways to get to your ArcGIS Online for Organizations account. You can go to arcgis.com, which is easy for me to remember, or you can go to nps.maps.arcgis.com. Either way, it's going to get you to the same location, which I have right here. So I'm logged in. You can see that I'm logged in here, and I'm going to go to my content. Well, first of all, let me show you the groups that I'm affiliated with. I'm affiliated with the Colonial National Historical Park Group and the Northeast Region Group and the National Park Service Management Boundary Group, and also with the Southeast Region. So I'm a member of 4 groups, and as you start to work with the software, with your park and other folks at the regional office and such, you'll start to become members of these groups. And you can become members of these groups by just simply requesting a membership. So explore the software, and you can determine how to become a member of a group. Okay? So let's just take a look at the Colonial group real fast. You'll see here that there are 10 members of this group, and this group also has access to several maps. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There are 9 maps associated with this group, and there are multiple layers, which are your feature services. Okay, you can see that there are quite a few of those. Alright, so I'm going to go back to my content, and I am going to share my map and my feature service with the Colonial group. Now, you'll see here that here's my content, and I'm in my tutorial videos folder, and I'm using my folders to compartmentalize my work. Now, I've made a copy of my web map here, and this is the one that I want to share. Now, within this web map, let's go ahead and just open it up. And this is just awful finicky today. There we go. Open in Map Viewer. You'll see here that this data set has several layers in it. And if I look at my content, I can see that there's kilometer markers. I've got the weather stations, and it's got stations and buoys, and this data was brought over from NOAA, and that is public-facing data I found that with the searching the ArcGIS online system. And there's a video that talks about how to create custom maps using existing services. And I've also got the Land Resources Division, which is shared with the National Park Service organization. So what I need to do is share not only this map, but I need to share my kilometer markers. So let's go back to my content. And I'm going to click on my web map. I'm also going to click on my feature layer, the kilometer markers here. Okay? And now I'm simply going to click the share link. And here you'll see what I talked about earlier. I can share with everyone in the public. Do not check this box. I can share with the National Park Service. If I want everyone in the National Park Service to be able to see this map, I can choose to click National Park Service. However, I only want to share it with the Colonial Group. So if I click Colonial Group and click OK, you'll notice that now in my shared listing over here, I have shared the kilometer marker, feature layer, and the map with the Colonial Group. So let's go back to groups. If I click on my Colonial Group, remember I had 9 maps associated with this group. Well, let's go into the group content and I will click on maps. In fact, you see it right here. Let me click on maps. And it's going to load, and you'll see that I have a series of maps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I have shared my map with the group. And if I were to click layers, I would also see my kilometer markers in that layer listing. So that way, people at Colonial could also use my feature layer to create maps themselves if they are a member of this group. So what if I don't want to share with my group? I've already shared something and people have reviewed it and I want to take it down so I can make some customizations to it. Well, I'm going to go back to my content. And I am going to click on my map. I'm going to click on my feature layer. And I'm going back to the share button here. And I'm going to remove that checkbox. Okay. Now you'll see that that data is no longer shared. It's not available to anybody in the group. And it's strictly just my stuff. Okay. Well, let's go back to that real quick. And share back with my group. And that's all it is to it. That's how you share your items, your content with members of a group. Please remember, when you do share, do not share with everyone or public. That is not a recommended thing, and there are caveats to being able to do that through the Washington office. Okay, thanks a lot, and I hope you enjoy creating your maps and sharing those with people within your group or within the National Park Service. Thanks a lot, and have a good day.